Back in the day, our family used to run that we would use all the resources to help one person, then we would all rally to support the other person. That's how it always worked until the last 10 years or so.
Well, good grief, what happened 10 years ago that totally changed how your family spent their money? Because you mean to tell us that for 20 years you all were rallying together, and I guess you felt good to have done that for 20 years, but then all of a sudden 10 years ago something changed that stopped all that? What could it have been?
See, Ron, we want this legal marriage to not matter, all of us do. If KODY passes, it would mean that I would be responsible to make sure that everybody's taken care of. Have you given any thought to the idea of being there when KODY and I get a legal marriage?
Oh, okay, so maybe it's just a coincidence that it happens to have been 10 years ago when Robyn legally married KODY. I mean, we don't know. You never explicitly said that. It could just be a coincidence that that exact time is the exact time that the family's outlook on finances and working together and planning individually or rallying in support, like it all changed and fell apart. That's fine. Maybe that's just a coincidence. But maybe can you just tell us more about how exactly things changed?
Until the last 10 years or so. And all of a sudden it's been about, well, my estate, and everybody needs their own estate.
Oh, okay. So it was pretty much exactly right around the time when Robyn switched from spiritual wife to legal wife that all of a sudden now this idea of personal estates became an issue. Instead of continuing what you all had been doing for 20 plus years, you're just going to totally switch that around and just totally change how things happen. Okay, I get it. You're just not going to do that anymore. You just all agreed that you wouldn't do it anymore. I'm sure it was amicable and everybody equally agreed.
And I'd like to recoup some of the money I put into Robyn's house.
I mean, it's like we were working together for so long, and we didn't actually stop working together until, just recently.
Oh, okay. So you all didn't actually totally equally agree on how that was going to go. Well, okay. I get it. If the wives were all going to put some money towards this one big giant mansion of a property, then they could all have their names on it because that makes sense. Why didn't you do that?
When I put the money into the house, I said, well, I think it would be fair if all of our names were on the mortgage. And he's like, no, we need to protect Robyn's estate. She needs to have it so it's hers and so it's ours.
Okay, so it was KODY who suggested this. It was KODY who wanted to switch things up coincidentally 10 years ago, and the thing that he had been doing for 20 years with his first 3 wives and presumably was working all right for y'all. It's just a coincidence that 10 years ago when he got a new legal wife, he switched things up. This was his idea. What does Robyn have to say about this?
The whole plan at that point was for that home, my home, to be kind of an asset for the family. Eventually, when I built out on the property, it was never supposed to end up being something that was just mine.
So Robyn didn't want personal estates? I'm sure I remember her saying something about this a few years ago. Virgo fail. Okay, I can't find the receipts, and a Virgo loves to have their receipts, but I don't have it. But I remember there was a moment a few years ago where Robyn said that she wanted to have her name on a plot of land in Coyote Pass so that she could leave it to her kids, suggesting that she's always had her eye on a personal estate. A little bit of something, asset, money, land, whatever, that she could leave to her kids, separate from what everyone else was doing. Anyway, what do some of the other wives have to say about this?
Apparently, there is no me in polygamy. What? Did I say that out loud? Basically, we really all have to work together, and I just can't be looking out for myself only, and I'm trying really hard to be an adult. Polygamy?
Now, Janelle, I don't want to get you in any hot water. I don't know if you even care about hot water at this point. You're out living your dream life, separate from all the nonsense in Flagstaff. But I want to acknowledge you didn't come out and say that this was Robyn's fault. But there's been a lot of coincidences. Y'all worked together for 20 years. Then 10 years ago, something changed. And now all of a sudden, KODY's talking about we got to protect Robyn's assets. Robyn's talking about the importance of having her assets. It sure seemed like something changed. And that thing was Robyn. All right, everyone, let me know what you think. Was it Robyn? At this point, Robyn and KODY are so intermingled, I do sometimes have a hard time separating whose idea was this, because they both talk about it. Although for sure, I think the prevailing concept here is that Robyn's the mastermind in the background and KODY's the bully who comes out and says it. All right, anyway, yes, let me know what you think. Did Janelle kind of inadvertently spill the tea? That this is all Robyn's fault, this financial mess? It's Robyn. Let me know what you think. I'll either meet you down in the comments or in my next video. All right, take care. Bye.
I will always pretty much want what's fair.